So Wuthering Waves is well into version 2.3 and people are very excited to see what's to come up. And one thing that Wuthering Waves does really well whenever it comes to these new versions is collaborations. And obviously they announced a ton at the start of version 2.3 and also some even earlier on, which we had a little sneak peek at. And it seems like you guys have been leaving a ton of comments of a certain collaboration that you guys were telling me to check out. So I wanted to talk about it in this video because I thought it's actually a very exciting collaboration from Wuthering Waves and this other company. But yeah, as I said, Wuthering Waves have really been doing really good. So with their kind of, collaborations and everything like that. For example, this career collaboration here, honestly, they absolutely blow it out of the water with their designs and, the overall character designs that they add to this kind of stuff. Now they got the Dingzhou Festival, which again is apparently supposed to be going on, and they have this little kind of poster with Carlotta on it. Honestly, I really like this. I feel like it's such a good design for Carlotta. I really wish a lot of these do turn out to be skins. Obviously, we all know they never really tend to be that, but again, hey, maybe one day we might see them being released as skins. And honestly, I just really like the overall design and concept they've gone for this. But the main thing that people have been kind of pointing towards is this one post, or multiple posts, and it's a Redmagic x Wuthering Waves collaboration. Now we actually knew about this around about whenever Camellya's banner came out about this actually happening, but it seems that we've got even more information on this stuff happening, which is very exciting. Obviously, for example, this is the Redmagic 10S Pro series. It's got exclusive support for Wuthering Waves at 90 Hz, which I think is the main thing that people are getting very excited about. Obviously, if you don't know, usually around a lot of mobiles get capped around about like 60 Hz, I'm pretty sure, and 90 Hz is pretty unheard of unless you've got a performance phone. For example, a phone from Redmagic, which are specifically providing exclusive support to Wuthering Waves for that 90 Hz, which honestly is amazing. And it seems like they're doing even more whenever it comes to the collaboration, because if you guys see the design of the phone, it looks absolutely amazing. I mean, people are very excited about this, and putting the Camellya gif or the Camellya image in the replies, saying I hope Kuro Games updates their 90 Hz to 120 Hz settings on mobile devices in general. I don't know if they will reach 120 Hz just yet, just due to the hardware limitations, but 90 Hz is still a really good step forwards. And obviously it's catching up to stuff like PC, because PC has always had I think it's 120 Hz, which again is really good. Now obviously, yeah, this is the actual design of the phone itself that I found, and it looks absolutely amazing. It's a Camellya themed phone, and I think this is one of the first really high spec, really high quality kind of collaborations we've seen, because obviously a lot of the collaborations Wuthering Waves have done in the past is stuff with like coffee companies or like small little pop-up events which literally last like a couple of weeks, and then after that it's gone. Whereas this seems like, although it might be a limited kind of design, it still seems very high quality, and there's been a lot of work put into this with Wuthering Waves in mind, which looks really amazing. As you can see here, you get a ton of little collectible things. You get like an exclusive Camellya skin, like a badge thing. You get a case as well, and also a ton of other stuff with it, which looks absolutely amazing, as well as some Camellya themed actual themes for the phone, which obviously people are super hyped for. And there's even more here saying Wuthering Waves x Redmagic collab, Redmagic 10S Pro Camellya edition, and this is them actually announcing this at one of their events, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this is a Camellya edition of their 10S phone, and you can even see with the charging, they have like a special like Camellya flower, the flowers that feature on Camellya's design. If you're charging, you can actually see it in the like charging icon. I think that's really cool, and I really like a lot of the details that they've added to this phone, because again, I'm not really familiar with Redmagic. I mean, Redmagic isn't the biggest company over here in the UK or just in Europe in general, but obviously I feel like they are pretty big over in China. And it seems like they're trying to push the boundaries whenever it comes to, including a lot more stuff with this collaboration. Because usually if you get a collaboration with like a certain game or a company, especially over here in the West, maybe you're lucky enough to get like a case or like something very like, slightly like a like the design or something like that, and that's about it. And it's very low key. They never go fully out. Whereas this one, they seem to be going fully out for Wuthering Waves in general. They seem to be going fully for the Wuthering Waves audience, and I think a lot of people are going to be tempted to buy this. People saying, why are China only getting the good stuff? Obviously, yeah, it seems like this is a mainly China thing, and a lot of the collaborations that Wuthering Waves have been doing have mainly been in the East, which it's a little bit disappointing to see, because I would really like to see a lot more collaborations coming over to the West, coming over to the UK, coming over to the US, coming over to pretty much anywhere else over here, because again, we just don't see it that often. Obviously this one is in China, and then they do a lot in Korea, as I said, with this one, and also many others. I mean, if you literally go to the Korean page of Wuthering Waves, it's literally collaborations galore. You know, you can see a Phoebe kind of design there as well, and they just keep going and going and going, and honestly, I think it's great, and I really like the output that they've been doing. I just wish that the output was actually done a little bit more for the West as well. I mean, you know, we had this event as well, which also includes, you know, some of the designs that we've already seen. We've got like the Zani one, which we should have a better image of very, very soon. We've also had this event as well. I think it was like, I forgot it was like a composed coffee kind of brand, which again I thought was kind of cool. They had some really unique designs for Zani and Brandt. They were also included in it. So again, you know, they're trying very hard to actually, you know, include a lot of different audiences and include you know, a lot of branding. Yeah, I mean, look, Zani's design looks absolutely amazing there. Even Brandt looks absolutely amazing there, and I think, you know, they are trying to collaborate with as many companies as they can. But as I said, it would be nice to see a little bit more over in the West, because we haven't really seen that much. But, you know, people should be getting very excited for the 90 hertz kind of phone coming to Wuthering Waves. If you want to get your hands on this, I think it's going to be pretty hard. If you're in a similar area to me, as I said, over in the West, it's going to be pretty... yeah, difficult to get it, seeing as I'm pretty sure this is like a China only thing. Now, you probably could find someone to buy it, but even then, even if you are in China as well, it might be pretty hard, as I feel like these are going to be limited. So these aren't just going to be something that you can just pick off the shelf anytime you want. You're going to have to be there day one, you know, tent outside of the shop, just waiting for it to open so you can get your hands on the Camellya phone. But honestly, if you did get it, it'll be pretty sick. I don't know about the overall specs of the phone itself, but if it's doing 90 hertz for Wuthering Waves, I feel like it's going to be a pretty decent phone. I mean, you know, 90 hertz is pretty crazy for a mobile. And, you know, it's good to see that they're trying to, you know, go into the mobile brand as well, as, you know, Wuthering Waves is a mobile game. And we've seen many other companies collaborate with mobile brands. For example, like Genshin Impact collaborating with Samsung. They actually made like a Kuching phone, I'm pretty sure it was. I'm pretty sure that one was Samsung, and that was really, really cool. So I think they're trying to emulate that a little bit, which I think is a really good idea, as there's a lot of people that could get their hands on this phone and just showcase it, and, you know, it could just help to, you know, boost Wuthering Waves' popularity in general. People are saying 771 USD. If someone bought this to my country, that's going to be $99, which again, if that is true, $771 isn't actually that terrible for a phone like this. I mean, you know, looking at some of the kind of specs of it and how it's running, I mean, that's pretty decent. I don't know about some other people's prices, but hey, you know, people saying just in China, can someone supply the phone? I'm willing to pay the price. So again, lots of people are trying to get this, even if they are, you know, outside of China. And I can definitely understand it. I mean, it looks like a really, really good design. It looks like a really good phone that could, you know, potentially even, you know, improve your Wuthering Waves playing experience, as well as just having a really cool themed phone to show off to a lot of people. And I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of YouTubers that want to kind of unbox this. I mean, if I had the chance, I probably would get it as well, but it seems like it's going to be pretty difficult to get, seeing as, you know, a lot of stuff over in China is a little bit more difficult to get at the moment. So yeah, that's pretty much all the news from that. You guys were literally, you know, commenting multiple times on my videos, telling me to take a look at it, and honestly, I'm very excited for that too. I see why you guys were commenting it quite a lot, because again, it looks like a really fun collab that Wuthering Waves is doing, and I hope to see, you know, even more of this happening in the future. But if you guys did enjoy this video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, and let me know down in the comments what you guys think about this. Do you think that, you know, this phone looks good? Do you think you would get something like this? Do you think, you know, this phone will do well in terms of the market? Because I'm very, very interested in what you guys think, because yeah, it does look like a pretty decent phone in general. But yeah, if you guys did enjoy it, go over to GameSups, use my code CASA, get 10% off. Again, they got a ton of cool stuff over there. They got some new cups out at the moment, so I definitely recommend checking it out. You guys have been killing it with a lot of these sales recently. I can actually see, you know, how many sales we're getting, and, you know, there's been some insane stuff going on, especially with a lot of the events on at the moment. So check it out. It'll be down the link in the description down below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. That's all. See ya.